let's come to seated, placing your hands onto your knees, lifting up through the spine here, coming into your prayer position, chin to chest. Let's take a few breaths here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And while we're here, let's set an intention on what you would like from your practice today. Whether it's you want your body to feel amazing, your mind to feel beautiful, your soul to feel filled. Taking deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Lifting up. Taking your right hand onto your left knee, lifting through the spine, looking towards the back of the room for a twist. Lengthen through the spine, lifting, turning towards the back of the room. Turning your neck towards the right for an opposite twist with the neck. Come back to center. Taking your left hand onto your right knee and taking the right hand as it kicks in and lifting through the spine, looking all the way towards the back of the room. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Turning your neck towards the left for an opposite twist. Coming back to center. Taking the left hand on the left side, taking the right all the way towards the left side. Looking up towards the sky, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking your hand onto your left ear and gently bringing your neck towards the right side for a nice stretch on the left side of the neck. Back to center. Taking the right hand onto the right side, taking the left hand towards the left or towards the right side of the room, looking up towards the sky. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking your hand onto the right ear and gently taking your neck towards the left side. Taking your wrists, placing your fingers down towards the earth, taking your right hand on top of that left hand, gently bringing your fingers towards the back of the room, stretching the wrists here, strengthening them for our downward dogs. Placing your fingers, left fingers up towards the sky, taking the opposite hand and bringing those fingers towards the back of the room. Now taking the left hand onto the right, bringing the fingers towards the back of the room for a stretch. Lifting up, lengthening through the spine. Now taking your left hand and bringing the fingers towards the back of the room. Placing your hands up towards the sky, let's window wiper. Your hands to the left, to the right, whatever pace. Opening up those wrists. Nice. Taking your left ear onto your left shoulder. Back to center. Taking your right ear onto your right shoulder. Back to center. Chin to chest. Back to center. Look all the way up towards the sky. Take some little circles with the neck, opening up the neck here. Gentle little circles all the way around. Now the opposite way. Bring your shoulders towards the back. Bring your shoulders towards the front. Let's do some cat-cows. Looking up towards the sky. To the navel. Up towards the sky. Into the navel. Up one. And back to center. Interlacing the hands behind the back, opening up the chest and the shoulders, bringing your hands towards the back of the room, and gently folding all the way down. Bringing your forehead close to your mat, all the way down to the mat if you can. Take drink anytime that you need to, any given time. Hydrate, because it is warm in here. Okay. Let's come to tabletop. Coming onto your hands and knees, make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists. Spread your fingers super wide like starfish. Make sure that your evenly foundation is on all fours. Make sure that your hips are in line with your knees. You look behind, you can't see your feet. Let's begin with some cat-cows here, opening up the spine, looking up towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, look to the navel. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Back to center. Let's do another wrist stretch. Placing the wrist towards the front of the room, and let's just begin by going back and forth, opening up those wrists. We don't tend to stretch these really well, so I like to add this into my practice at least a couple times a week. Opening up those wrists. We work with our hands a lot, and this really helps. Now, left fingers facing the left side. Right fingers facing the right. Let's go back and forth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Back to center. Wrists facing again the front of the room. Let's do a couple cat-cows in this position, looking up towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, back to center. Placing your hands in normal position. Taking the left hand towards the front of the room. Taking the right foot towards the back into our sunbird pose. Make sure the back is super straight and level. Engaging your navel, engaging your core. Looking towards the front of the room, beautiful. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. placing the left hand down, bringing the right foot towards the right side of the room, making sure the toes are facing towards the front of the room. Nice. Coming down onto your forearms, interlacing your hands. Now bringing the seat bones down towards your mat to stretch those hamstrings. Nice. And bring the seat bones back towards your mat. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Coming back to center. Now let's rainbow kick your foot towards the left side of the room, looking towards that foot. Nice. Bringing it all the way back to the right. And all the way to the left one more time. All the way towards the right. Now taking the left hand for thread the needle, gently bringing that left hand behind that right wrist, placing your left ear onto your mat. You can place it on the block or your ear on the mat, whatever's comfortable in this position for your body. And if you want to add a little extra, you can take your right hand behind your lumbar for a bind. Placing your right hand onto the earth, coming back up, drawing that right knee back to center. Kicking the left foot out towards the back of the room, taking your right hand towards the front of the room, the palm facing the left side of the room, flexing that back foot, looking towards the front, making sure your navel is engaged, your core is engaged, your back. Drawing the navel and the spine. Beautiful. Now, placing the hand down, placing your left leg towards the left side of the room. Interlacing your hands, coming down onto your mat, and drawing the seat bones towards the back of your mat. And making sure that the pelvis is parallel to the mat. Beautiful. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice. Let's rainbow kick that left leg all the way to the right side, looking towards that right leg. Rainbow kick it back to the left. Rainbow kick it to the right. All the way to the left. Taking the right hand out towards the right side. Gently threading it behind the left wrist, placing the right ear on your block or on your mat for thread the needle. And if you want more of a challenge, you can take your left hand and bind it onto your back. Whatever's in your practice today. It's your practice. Only do what your body allows, Ahimsa. If something doesn't feel good to your body, don't do it. Placing the left knee back on the mat, the right hand drawing that left knee in. Now curling the toes, lifting up into your downward facing dog and paddling here, bringing the heels down, up and down here, coming all the way up onto your tippy toes, drawing the heels down as far as they may go. And let's walk all the way to the top of your mat. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. And flow all the way up. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do a forward fold, okay? Your knees are going to be facing the front of the room. Your toes are gonna be hip distance apart here. Bending your knees, drawing your chest towards your thighs. Grabbing onto your ankles, lifting the seat bones all the way towards the sky, keeping your chest on top of your glutes. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do a flow. Breathe all the way up towards the sky. Flow all the way down. Grabbing your ankles. Look halfway. Flatten the back. Bring your hands to your mat. Left leg back. Right leg back. Come to your plank position. Hold. Move your shoulders forward. Sweep through your chaturanga gently. Lift up, upward dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Curl the toes, lift the seat bones. Lifting the left leg up, drawing the left leg forward. Coming into your warrior two. So the left leg is facing, the toes are facing the front of the room. Bending that left knee. When you bend that left knee, I want you to be able to see your toes when you're bending it, and I want your knee going towards your little toes. So not towards the big toes, but towards the little toes. The back foot should be 45-degree angle in, so turn your toes a little bit more. Perfect. Bend that left leg, and if you have to inch it out, inch it. Place your hands to you like Tom, palm facing down, wider stance. Engage the abs, engage your core. Breathing in, nice. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Tuck the tailbone in. Making sure you can see your toes. Let's reverse, drawing that right hand in front of that left hip. Looking up towards the sky. Coming back to center. Let's reverse one more time, bringing that right hand in front of the left hip, looking up towards the sky. Back to center. Grasping your hands behind your back, opening up your chest, arching, and gently coming forward to your humble warrior, bringing your left shoulder on the inside of that left knee. So that left shoulder is setting right next to the inside of that left knee. Bringing your hands all the way up towards the sky. Opening up the shoulders and the chest. And coming all the way up. Drawing that right foot in. Warrior three. So disperse your weight onto that left foot. Your hands facing each other towards the front of the room, palms facing each other. Lifting that right foot off the earth. The toes are facing the mat. So your pelvis is facing your mat, okay? And those toes are facing, so the right toes are facing the mat. So you may not be able to go up very far, and lifting that right foot up, looking towards the wood. It's easier if you look towards the wood. It's harder if you look in the front. Draw forward. Perfect. Okay, so let's come to warrior two on the other side. So widen your stance. The left toes are turned 45-degree angle. The right toes are facing the front of the room. You're bending that right knee. Inch your feet forward to where you can see your toes. Make sure the knee is towards the little toes. Nice. Make sure your stance is widened. Palms facing down, looking towards the front of the room. Bending that knee. If you can't see the toes, inch them forward a little bit more. You may have a wide stance, that's okay. Soften through your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing that right hand in front of that right hip, and the left hand in front of that right hip, and the right hand is towards the back of the room. Warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Interlace behind your back, opening up the shoulder, looking up towards the sky, and gently folding all the way down, placing that right shoulder on the inside of that right knee. Dispersing your weight onto your right foot for your warrior three. Hands out in front. The left foot, toes facing the mat, and lifting them up, looking towards the wood. Making sure your pelvis is parallel to your mat. Engage your core and your abs. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Back to center. Okay, now come to your stance. I want you to bring your right little toe on the other side of your left. Place your feet onto the earth. Place your hands onto your hips, lifting up through your spine and gently folding all the way forward. Bring your hands onto your mat or onto your nice, beautiful stretch into that left hamstring. switch. So, the right toe, the right little toe is next to the left little toe. Placing your hands on your hips, on your hip creases, lifting up through the spine and gently folding all the way forward, coming to your block or coming to your mat, whatever feels more comfortable for your body. Wherever your practice is today, just get it there. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Placing your hands onto your hip creases and lifting all the way up. Nice. Take a drink. Beautiful. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good. Definitely sweating. It's warm in here for us. Okay. Let's do triangle. We don't get to work with you a lot on this. Okay, so your right toes are facing towards the front of the room. The back toes are 45-degree angle out. Both legs are strong and straight, so the right toes are facing the front. Your pelvis is facing the front of the room. Hands T like tongue, palms facing down. Keeping your pelvis facing the front of the room. Hinge your hips. Bring your body towards the earth, bringing that right hand onto your block or onto your ankle, shin, but making sure the pelvis is facing that front of the room. You may not be able to go down as far, that's okay. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now let's take our left hand and go in little circles, opening up the shoulder. 1 circle, 2, and 3, and 4. Now placing your hand on your lumbar for a bind, opening up that chest even more, making sure that your pelvis is facing the front of the room. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, be strong and straight in both legs. You can have a micro bend. Little bend is okay. Placing the left hand up towards the sky, making sure you have a beautiful line from the left to the right arm. Now go ahead and coming up, drawing in. How'd that feel? Let's do tree. Left foot, we're going to disperse weight onto the left foot. In your tree, you can be here where your right heel is on your left ankle, or you can come up the shin below the knee, or you can come all the way into the thigh area with your tree. Looking at the wood makes it a little easier on your tree. Then forward, wherever you are in your tree pose. Once you get there and feel comfortable and confident, then you can grow your tree. Open your leaves, your branches. Take in the beauty of this posture, tucking the tailbone in. Making sure your weight is all in the foundation of the foot, the ball of the foot, the heel. Now, triangle on the other side. So the left foot is facing towards the front of the room. The back is 45-degree angle out. Both legs strong and straight. Pelvis facing the front of the room here. Both hands T like Tom, out to the side. Making sure you have your block next to you, just in case you tap it. Put your hand on the block if it's easier. Here we go. hinge the hips towards the front of the room. Drawing that left arm down towards that right shin. Bringing the right hand up towards the sky. Pelvis is facing the front of the room. Opening up the heart, looking up towards the sky. Let's go in little circles with the right arm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now placing that right hand onto the lumbar, opening up the chest even more, looking up towards the sky. Bringing that right hand up towards the sky. Making sure that right hand is in alignment with the left. You're holding a plane of glass. And gently coming back up. Drawing that right foot in. Now, we're going to come to the tree on the opposite side. So you can disperse your weight onto the right foot. Your left either could be here, your heel onto your ankle, below your knee, or all the way into the thigh area. Come into your prayer posture, looking towards the wood, makes it a little easier. You can even come close to the wall, hold the wall, whatever feels comfortable. Once you get to where you're at, grow. Open your branches. Draw the tailbone in. Engage your core, engage the glutes. Amazing. Draw it down. Okay. Let's come down. Let's come down onto your mat and let's lift the back. Our first position, cobra. So place your hands near your chest. Keeping your feet together, the top of the feet onto the mat. Now peel the chest up, lifting the back, opening up the shoulders. So making sure the elbows are close to your body, lifting up, engaging your back here. Placing the right ear down. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Chin onto your mat. Hands next to your chest, elbows drawn into your body, feet together. Peel the chest off the mat. Drawing the shoulders back towards the back of the room. Engaging the back. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Placing the left ear onto the mat. Breathing, just taking a moment here. Couple breaths. Bringing your chin back onto your mat. Taking your hands, interlacing them behind your back. Bringing your feet out hip distance. And we're going to come into our lotus pose. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. On the next breath in, lift up, lift the legs up. Lift the hands up towards the sky. Rolling, you can, on the digestive, working your digestive. Lifting up. Nice. And come back down. Send the chest. Taking your hands out about 3 Feet in front of you, soften through the shoulders. Coming to your seal posture, working the lower back here, looking towards the left. Back to center, looking towards the right. Back to center. Coming onto your fingers, chin to chest. Back to center, look up to the sky. Back to center. Coming down on your hands, bringing your forehead onto your mat. Bringing your hands next to your chest, lifting up to your upward dog, looking up towards the sky. Bringing your toes into your head for your cobra, looking all the way up towards the sky, arching the back. If you feel anything in this, don't do it. Back to center, curl the toes, lift the seat bones up towards the sky. Draw the heels down. Walking all the way up towards the top of your mat. Come into your ragdoll. So opposite elbows. So hands, opposite hands to opposite elbows. Feet hip distance apart. And let's just move through the spine here. Some juicy movements from what we just did. How'd that feel? Good. Okay, so that was a hatha flow. That was a little different than the regular hot yoga. That's kind of what we do downstairs. So I kind of have fun with that. Okay, so now let's come into your star pose. So placing your feet about 3 feet out in front of you. Placing your arms underneath your knees. Taking your hands on top of your feet. So your feet are 3 feet out in front of you. Take your hands underneath your knees. Placing yes. Bring your forehead all the way down to your heels. And just holding on to the top of those feet. You could come down on a block, whatever feels comfortable, or just right where you're at. Breathing in through the nose. Now, let's come into your cobbler's pose, or Buddha Konasana. So draw the feet in like a book, drawing your heels into your pelvic area, taking your hands over your toes, drawing the knees up towards the sky, drawing them down towards the earth, up towards the sky, down to the earth, just finding some opening towards the sky. Down to the earth, lifting up through the chest, drawing the knees down to the earth, and then folding all the way forward. Bringing your forehead down as close as you can to your toes, drawing the knees as close to the mat as you can. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. do seated gait. So we're gonna come into, it's a little different than the head to knee posture. Okay. So you're gonna place your right leg out towards the right side of the room. You're going to bend your left knee. Your knee is facing the front of the room, and your knee is in line with your ankle. Nice. Now, you can use your band, lifting up through the spine, placing your band around your foot. Nice. Now, how is that for comfort? Does it feel okay in this position? Okay, okay. Because then we could do the other if you don't feel comfortable in it. Sometimes it's a little different, okay? But it's stretching different muscles. So you're gonna lift up, you're gonna turn towards that right leg, and you're gonna walk yourself all the way down to that right knee, bringing your forehead as close to that right knee as possible. Now, holding onto that foot, spiraling the chest open, looking up towards the sky, so you're bringing your top ribs towards the back of the room, the bottom ribs towards the front of the room, taking that left hand on the back of your lumbar, drawing that right ear towards that right knee, as close as it may go. And here, your heart is spiraled all the way open to the sky. Second option is bringing that left hand on top of that right, if it's within your practice. If not, just keep it in a bind, whatever feels comfortable to your practice. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, drawing that foot towards center, bringing that right knee in a little bit more, but keeping it bent. So the left knee's bent. Nice. Now this may be a little difficult, but let's try it. Grab your band. And walk yourself. Place your right hand down onto the right side and just draw your forehead for it. How does that stretch feel? Yummy, right? But not so yummy. This is an evil one. You should feel this in the glutes and the hamstrings. Bring your knees out in front. Let's bend them. Let's do some window wipers. Opening up the hips here. On what we just did. Nice. And let's get ready for the other side. Yummy. Here we go. Okay, so the right knee is facing towards the front of the room. The left foot is facing towards the outside. Make sure your knee is in alignment with your ankle. Beautiful. So, actually the foot a little bit more in than the knee. So bring it, there you go. Beautiful. And move that foot out to the right a little bit more. Actually this way. Yep, there you go, right like that. Lift up through the spine. Take your band in the center, so lift up. Turn towards the band so you get a straight. And then walk yourself all the way down. Bring your forehead to that left knee. Beautiful. Now, if it feels more comfortable, you can take your hands onto the wood and then just bring the forehead down. If that feels more comfortable, whatever is within your practice, or you can grab your foot, whatever is in your practice. Now, spiraling the chest open, bringing the top ribs towards the back of the room and the bottom ribs towards the front of the room. Taking your right hand up towards the sky, placing it on your back, binding it, drawing the left ear towards the left knee. This is option one. Option two, if you want to further your practice, you take that right hand and place it on top of that left hand. But making sure to open the chest and the heart. Whatever's within your practice. Now, here's the lovely one. Draw the left foot in the front and the right knee towards the front. You can place your hands just out to the side and just draw your forehead as close to that left knee as possible. You have to leave both hands onto the earth, that's okay. Up now. Window wiper. Okay. Down to the mat. You're going to come into your 4 square pose, and we're going to go into our spinal twist. So, bending the right knee, taking the left ankle on top of that right knee. Drawing the knee towards the chest, taking your hands on the inside, okay, of your thigh and drawing that right knee into your chest and that left knee away. Breathing in through the nose, flexing both feet. Making sure the back is grounded onto your mat, the shoulders are grounded onto the mat. And this is opposite action, so the right knee is drawing in, the left knee is drawing away. Taking that right foot down onto the earth, but keeping that left ankle on top of that right knee. Now gently bringing that left foot down onto the earth on the right side. Set it down onto the earth. Taking your right hand and drawing that left knee down towards your mat. And you're gonna get a beautiful stretch into that SI and that IT band. So the left foot is grounded onto the earth. So the left foot, yep, go all the way, keep the left foot, bring the left foot. Now draw the left foot towards the right side. All the way towards the right. Bring it. There you go. Feel that? That's the SI and the IT band. Beautiful. Gently draw that left knee down to the earth, but make sure that left foot is on the earth. Your back is grounded, your shoulders are grounded. Center, placing the left foot down now. Taking the right ankle on top of the left knee. Lifting that left knee towards your chest, taking your hands, interlacing them behind the left thigh. Drawing that left knee into your chest, flexing both feet, drawing the right knee away. Placing that left foot down onto the earth, leaving the right ankle on top of that left knee, drawing that right foot down onto the left side. So drawing it towards the left side. Set it down on the left side. Take your left hand and draw the knee towards your mat. And you'll feel that beautiful stretch into that SI and that IT band. I love this spinal twist. This is my favorite. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now come back to center and interlace your hands around your knees and gently give yourself a spinal massage. Just massaging the back. Thanking your body for what it did for you today. Now, it's time for our Shavasana. So you can do whatever you want in your Shavasana today, whether it's just coming into corpse pose, your feet hip distance apart, toes turned to each side of the room, palms facing up to receive the energy from this posture. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, coming into the silence, coming into quiet, Closing your eyes, resting your mind, letting go what no longer serves us today and every day. Resting the tongue behind your mouth. Your neck should be heavy. Your body should be light. Shoulders should be heavy. Your back melted onto the earth. Your legs should be heavy. Your feet should be heavy. If any thoughts come to your mind, just let them go like butterflies and come back to the present moment. The breathing, come back to the breath. Placing your hands behind you. Breathing in through the nose. Nice. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Down. Coming into prayer. Breathe in through the nose. Fill the belly. Hold the breath. Let it go. Tip of the tongue do it one more time. Tip of the tongue on the palate. Breathe in through the nose. Fill the belly. Hold the breath. And let it go. Chin to chest. Close your eyes. What is true wealth? If you want to know how rich you are, try to find how many things you have that money cannot buy. Thank you for practicing with me today and sharing this beautiful practice with me. I appreciate you being here and love helping you through your practice and leave you with love, light, and peace. Remember what you do today